Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome to my next live. It's Rhonda's readings, my next live readings. So I'm coming to you at 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon, Friday the 7th of February. So I'm also coming to you from Facebook, from my Facebook group, Rhonda's Readings and Rocks, and from my YouTube channel, Rhonda's Readings. So I'm here to answer any questions you have for live readings. Hi Vicky, welcome. Welcome to Facebook. And I have a couple of people on YouTube as well. Hi, thanks for joining me. All right, so I've been asked how to contact me to book a more in-depth reading. Obviously, with the lives, I'm just doing quick little answers to psychic questions. Hi, Eileen. Thanks for watching. So my website is www.rhondasreadings. My email address is psychicmediumrhonda@outlook.com. My Facebook group is Rhonda's Readings and Rocks. So basically contact me through one of those methods if you'd like a more in-depth reading. But I'm here, so I've got a couple of people on Facebook and a couple of people on YouTube. So to the YouTube people, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And you don't need to ask permission to ask a question. Just ask and I'll endeavour to read them. So feel free to do that. Any messages from your parents, Vicky? Well, straight away I just got a sore throat, and I feel like that was to do with your mum. I feel like your mum was someone who didn't speak. Excuse me, didn't actually. Yeah, didn't speak. I'm also tasting smoke, so I don't know what the smoke was about. I don't know whether she used to burn food or something to do with a fire around your mum. It's a really weird thing to feel like I'm tasting smoke, Vicky. Yeah, I feel like your mum is with your daughter a lot, Vicky. She's really helping your daughter to speak her truth, but also helping your daughter. And I know I touched on this last at my live on Tuesday night. I actually feel like your mum is really helping to guide your daughter, as in when to speak and when to not speak. So it's like she's protecting. It's a very protective energy, and I feel like it's more of a protective energy for your daughter than for you. So I mean, no disrespect by that, but it's kind of like your daughter sort of needs it, like you have your husband. So Wodonga is very smoky at the moment. Okay, so that's what it is. All right. Yeah, very like I can smell something, but I don't know what the smell is. I've never smelled it before, but more so the smoke in my mouth. So I feel like you need to just watch that is what I'm feeling. Yeah, so in answer to your questions from any messages from your parents, I feel like your mum is, because I feel like both your mum and dad have passed. Your mum's really helping your daughter a lot. She needs more. Yeah, your daughter's, but you know, when that sort of thing happens, you know, you have lots of guides around you. You know, I feel like your daughter does have a lot of help and support and protection from spirit. I feel like they're helping protect her safety and when to speak and when not to speak. Like almost like she'll go to talk and she'll not be able to talk, so to have like her throat will feel sort of really dry or that sort of thing. And I feel like that her mum and her guides helping her. Your dad was very quiet. It's interesting because I feel like your mum didn't speak much, but it's kind of like your dad in public spoke more than your mum. Yeah, so your dad's not actually saying anything. He's quite a proud man. Your dad was really, yeah. That's what I'm feeling. But I feel like they're really sweet together. They're sweet, a sweet couple together. Hi Rebecca, thanks for watching. So I'm just coming to you live from YouTube and Facebook, and I've got a couple of people, or 3 people here on YouTube, and they're not saying anything, so I'm continuing to answer the Facebook questions. All right, so Vicky got Vicky, Eileen. So Eileen would like a general reading. I'm feeling frustration around you, Eileen, probably because I haven't returned my form. Yeah, it's a bit of frustration. It's sort of like you like to be proactive and productive and get things done, but it's like there's times when you sort of got so much on your plate that you sort of get a bit lost for words. I feel like you need to make things a bit more automated in what you're doing in the business sense. So just give a bit of thought. It's like you've got lots of ideas on how to expand, and I feel like you're getting more sort of public recognition of what you're doing. Yeah, I'm getting my words mixed up. So what I'm feeling is it's almost like when you're not able to speak, or you go to say something and the wrong words come out. I feel like that's a sign from your guides that you're investing a lot too much energy on that particular thing and it's not working out. I feel like when you've got an idea and you're able to speak about it freely and the words just come out, I feel like that's an idea to run with. So with all of the ideas you're getting around the business, go with the ones that you're able to speak and articulate. Just as in, I feel that if you take on board more ideas, you're sort of going to be bogged down and then be unproductive. So it's a bit of a weird one, Eileen, but I hope that helps. Hi, so I've got some more viewers. Hi, Brian. Hi, Vivian. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Chantel. Thanks for watching. Hi, Blake. Thanks for watching. So I'm just doing a live. I'm just answering questions on Facebook. I'm also on live on my YouTube channel, Rhonda's Readings, but no one's asking questions. And obviously through Facebook, it's through my Facebook group, Rhonda's Readings and Rocks. So Kellyanne has asked for any messages for you. I feel like you need to stop and take a breath, Kellyanne. That's interesting. Another one, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I feel like there's been a completion around a study or work-related study or that sort of thing. So it's kind of like a sense of achievement and completion that you've had recently. I do feel like you sort of need to stop and think. I actually feel like you could be earning more. So whatever you've just studied or achieved with the study work front of things, I feel like you need to sort of stop and reflect and ask for more money or negotiate a higher salary. I feel like there's a bit of that around you. So just really stop and reflect. Even sort of write down, like renovate, redo your CV or have a look at your sort of transferable skills. And I feel like you've got a lot more skills than you sort of give yourself credit for. So yeah, I hope that helps, Kellyanne. Yeah, she needs. Oh, sorry, I misread that, Vicky. I thought you said she needs more, but you're saying no, she needs her more. So 100%, your daughter needs your mum, and your mum. I feel like your mum is there quite a lot with it. It's like she's, and that's that beautiful sort of family sort of love that you because your daughter's got a beautiful energy, but she's really quite vulnerable at the moment. So I feel like that's why your mum has stepped in so much. Okay, thanks, Vivienne. Enjoy your shopping at the shopping centre. Okay. So Eileen's just confirmed that it does make sense. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you, Eileen. Get that form. Yeah, I do need to get that form. Okay, so Blake, I'll get to you in a minute. I'm just going to go to YouTube. I believe someone's asked me a question. The Global Mistress Monet has asked if Jake secretly likes you. I got told a no, actually. I feel like Jake's a bit selfish. I think Jake likes himself more than he likes you, is what I'm feeling. I kind of wouldn't look into it. Hi, Lightspark. So with regards to Jake, I wouldn't read into his words or actions too much. I feel like he likes you as much as he can, or he can like anyone other than himself. Oh God, I know that sounds awful. That's what I'm picking up. That's what I'm told. So, no offense. Okay, all right. And Lightspark 100 on YouTube has asked if how Evelyn feels about you at the moment. I feel a bit let down. I feel like there's a strong connection there, but there's a feeling of a bit of I feel like Evelyn feels a bit let down by you at the moment. That's all I'm getting. I'm not getting any more clarity about that. I feel like you can manifest or put those intentions out, but I feel like with Evelyn Lightspark, you've got to be careful about what you say, because I feel like it's a bit of a not vulnerable, it's a bit of a sensitive issue at the moment. You've got to not let her down, is what I'm picking up. So she went quiet all of a sudden on Sunday, and you're not sure why. Yeah, I just feel let down by you. So I'll leave it at that, whatever that means to you. Okay, the global mistress Monet has just confirmed that he seems selfish. Yeah. And I feel like he's a bit of a poser. Like, he would look at himself in the mirror and check out his hair and all that sort of thing. Yeah, so Lightspark, if you saw each other Saturday and it went well, that's fine. Just have a think about what you talked about or what you said. I just feel like something has touched a nerve and there's a feeling of let down by that. All right, thanks for that. So I'll head back to Facebook. Okay, Nev just confirmed. Yes, exactly. Thank you for that. Those confirmations from YouTube. So back to Facebook. Now I'm trying to get the screens so that I'm not looking, but I find that no matter where I put my phone, I end up looking. So I might move that a little bit over again. Okay. All right. So Blake would love a reading. Any messages from your mum? Well, what was going on with your mum's eyesight? She's just straight away directing me that her eyes, and she's showing me like her pupils are going bigger and smaller. It's like she was hypersensitive to light. It's like, you know, the tiniest bit of light and her pupils would go really small, and tiniest, like her sensitivity to light was really strange. The way her eyes regulated the light is what she's saying. I know it's a bit of a strange one. Yeah, she's just showing me her eyes. Who would be the teenage boy around you? And I'm getting sort of like 12, 13. She's concerned about a teenage boy. She's saying he needs to, it's like he walks around looking down and he doesn't pay attention around him. So whoever that teenage boy is in the family, she wants you to just teach him a bit of road safety and tell him to pay more attention, not have the music too loud or not listen to the music while he's crossing the road. Just a bit of a warning, just to be careful with that teenage boy is what your mum's saying. So I hope that makes sense. Unless she's, if it doesn't, unless she's sort of directing me to someone, a teenage boy who was run over or had a near miss or that sort of thing. So yeah, see if it doesn't feel like it's a kid who lives with you. It's someone, a family sort of connection around you. So just pass on that message. All right, so I've got some more. Oh, she suffered from headaches, Blake. Yeah. Hi, Mads. Thanks for watching. Yeah, there's something really strange about her eyes. Literally, her, like this, you know, the pupils dilating and the sense she had hypersensitivity to light because her eyes sort of couldn't handle it. So there's some correlation between that pupil dilation and reaction to her headaches. But she's really directing me to that. That was something that actually used to really piss her off. It used to really bother her. She had a lot of pain and discomfort from that, and she was aware of it all the time, is what she's telling me. And I hope it makes sense who that boy is, that you can pass that on to. Hi, Sue. Hi, Chantel. Hi, Maz. Thanks for watching. So just coming to you live from Facebook and YouTube. So anything for you, Sue? What's the family reunion? I feel like there's a family reunion coming up for you. There's some sort of family thing that you're organising. I feel like it'll be in a different location than what you're planning, and that's just due to it being sort of more convenient being in a different place is what I'm feeling. And I'm actually drawn to mid-year, but I'm also told September. So if it's something you're planning mid-year, which is weird because it's winter if you're in Australia, Sue, I feel like it'll be September, and that will be just that it's nicer weather or milder sort of weather. So something about a family thing with that coming up. I actually feel like all your family will be around you, Sue. Oh, right. Thanks for that confirmation, Blake. Sorry to hear that. So she had brain cancer. Your mum had brain cancer and lost her eyesight. Yeah, you'll find out who the teenage boy is. Yeah, and it's with psychic readings, Blake. It's just tuning into your energy, and I hear, see, smell, feel, taste. They tell me, they show me, I feel it, that sort of thing. So with the eyesight, it was just a medical intuitive, as in what I picked up. But with the tuning, I mean, obviously you're asking the energy, so I'm tuning into you, but I'm also directed by what your mum told me. So if it's not, because she's just come back saying it's not a direct connection to you, but if you ask, you'll find out who it is. So it could be someone sort of in your thoughts or someone in your energy, someone who's close to them. But I feels like your mum knew this kid or knew of this kid, so I don't know whether your mum's been dead for like more than 13, 14 years, but she's either knew him as a baby or she was aware of that energy coming into those parents. So she's just, it's just a warning. So in other words, she's aware of this boy and she's looking out for him because he needs a bit of protection at the moment. So just sort of be a bit creative about who it could be. It could be someone, a child of someone around you, kind of thing. All right, so no more YouTube questions. I'm just scrolling down for Facebook. Excuse all my pimples as well. I literally woke up and had about 4 pimples this morning. Okay, so I've answered Kellyanne. Oh, Kelly, thank you for that. Chantel has asked anything for you. What's going on with your neck, Chantel? I feel a bit of sort of neck pain, like the sides of your neck under your ears. I feel a bit of that with you. I don't know whether you're wearing, it's like there's something, a piece of jewelry or something you're wearing that it's like putting strain on your neck. It's a strange one. I just feel like there's something you're wearing or something you're sort of doing that's making something you're wearing heavier and putting a bit of a strain on your neck. So I just feel like watch your neck, and I don't know whether you've had a previous sort of neck injury and you've got stretches and things, but I feel like you're not doing those stretches, but you need to actually do it, is what I'm picking up. And again, if you tune into energy, so if that's not for you, it could be someone very close to you. I'm also picking up a bit more travel for you, Chantal. I know I met you traveling. I can't remember where in the world it was, whether it was Europe or the States or wherever. I've been to about 80 countries, so I can't remember. But I'm actually being drawn to the Pacific Islands. I feel like you're actually going to do a Pacific Island cruise or that sort of thing. And I actually feel like you'll do that with 2 other people. 2 other friends, and that would be a really cool thing of doing. And I just got told you could be creative. There's, I don't know whether there's a conference overseas or something like that, but you could be a bit, you could sort of manifest so that you could almost like have a taxable claim on your holiday, is what I'm told. So sort of have a think about where, so you might go like Fiji or Pacific Islands and somewhere in Asia kind of thing. So see if you can do that and sort of work it out that you can sort of go and work for the first couple of days, but then have a holiday, but then claim the airfares on tax or something like that. All right, so just reading, okay, I'm back again. All right, so, oh, right, Kellyanne, so you've just been studying. Were you the one I picked up about the study? I can't remember. Yeah, and Blake, let me know who that teenage boy is. I'd be curious to know if he's just listening to really loud music. Okay, so hi, Joan. Hi, Philip. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'll do one more Facebook one and then I'll answer YouTube one. So we've got another person watching on YouTube, but Joan, you've been here a little bit longer. All right, anything for you, Joan? Nothing straight away, but I'm going to pick out a card, a puppy dog card. Have you been unwell lately? I feel like you've sort of, it was you, Kellyanne. Thank you. Thanks so much for that confirmation. It's interesting though, I felt like Kellyanne was sort of come to completion. So that could be, hi Kerry, thanks for watching. So Kellyanne, that could be a completion of, like you've decided on something, on a direction or that sort of thing. So a come to completion is in a load off your mind because you made that decision. Yeah, it's interesting. All right, Joan. So I'm a psychic medium. So you're new to this. So basically, all I'm doing is tuning into your energy to answer your question. The more specific, the better. It's just a quick sort of 2-minute reading while I do the lives. I can be contacted outside the lives to do more in-depth reading. Oh, did I skip you? Sorry, Robin. I'll just finish off Joan's question. If you can repost that question for me. Well, I got the cards I got for you, Joan, are I got responsibility and I got curiosity. I feel like, Joan, you need to delegate a bit more. It's like you're more sort of sided on the responsibility side of things and not the curiosity side. So I feel like you're not 100% doing what makes you happy. You're doing what you feel that you need to do. So I feel like you need to sort of, on the work or responsibility side of things, you need to delegate. And I feel a bit of kind of anxiety about trusting someone about money. I actually feel like they could be overwhelmed with money. Thank you, Joan. Cute cards. So, but they can be trusted. And I feel like you could trust them to make decisions you would make. But just do baby steps in sort of delegating that responsibility about the money. And I feel like once you've done that, then you'll sort of almost like rediscover your curiosity about what sort of makes you happy, is what I feel. So I just feel like doing those sort of by delegating, and you'll have more time to yourself in your own hobbies. It's like you're not doing hobbies or things that sort of make you really happy. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. All right, I'll come back to you in a moment, Robin. I'm just going to... So Brenville has asked, can I tell you about what it means to have a massive increase in synchronicities? Yeah, it means that your guides are communicating with you. I actually feel like they're shouting at you. If you imagine Brenville, someone trying to get your attention and sort of tapping you on the shoulder. If you don't pay attention, they tap harder to get your attention. I actually feel like that's what your guides are doing, and it's like you'll see a word written on a number plate, and then you'll hear the same song, and it's the same sort of thing. So I actually feel like you're a bit clairvoyant, you're a bit clairaudient, you're certainly clairsentient, you've got that clear sensing. So you're quite psychic and intuitive yourself. So hopefully that doesn't scare you. I tend to say people are intuitive rather than psychic in case it scares them. But that's why you're so aware of the synchronicity. So it's sort of twofold. The first one is to see the synchronicities, and the second one is to put the meaning to it, or join the sort of dots. So I feel like you're definitely aware of it, and now you're sort of joining the dots. So and you can talk to your guides and ask your guides how to communicate with you. Say if there's something I'm meant to understand, touch my head kind of thing. Yeah, beautiful. That's what I was... Yeah, so you are completely psychic, because you just typed that as I was about to say it. So what Brenville has said is that's exactly correct. I've been logging these synchronicities because they become so frequent. Perfect. So you're going to see a pattern to that logging. And you're a very visual person. You can even draw a flowchart or that sort of thing. Sort of thing. I don't know whether you're Virgo and you're good at patterns, but certainly sort of look at that information and understand it however you need to, kind of thing. Miriam has asked, any new job opportunities coming your way soon? No, I don't feel like it's the right timing. I don't know whether you've just applied or you've just seen jobs you want to apply for. I feel like there's still a bit of learning at your current job, Miriam. So just sort of hang there for a bit longer. I don't know whether you're involved in a project. I'm getting like research. So whether you're a scientist or you've taken part in a clinical trial or something like that, it's like you've got to make sure that's completed and your name, you get the credit. And I've done that. Thanks, Brendla. I've done that. My first degree was science, and I've helped out in research and not been credited for it because I've left. And it's not the reason why I've not credited. They just it's kind of a territorial sort of thing, and if you're not there speaking up for yourself, then that's likely to happen, kind of thing. So yeah, I just feel like watch that. And Brendla, I do actually teach psych development. I teach one-on-one if you want to follow that up at all. You can email me from YouTube, or my email is psychicmediumrhonda@outlook.com, and my website's rhondasreadings.com if you'd like to have a look at that, and I've got some testimonials as well. All right, so I'm going back to Facebook. Thanks for the YouTube questions. I'm so sorry I missed you, Robin. Anything for you around love life? I feel someone in your energy, actually, Robin. Yeah, I do feel like there's someone in your energy. So someone that likes you. It feels like they've got their guard up, though. So it may not be evident that they like you. Yeah, I just feel like they've got their guard up. So I don't actually feel like you're that sort of compatible. I can feel more of a friendship type thing, Robin, is what I'm feeling. I'm actually going to choose. Wow, okay. So I've just drawn out 3 cards for you, Robin. Kind of interesting. First one is let love in. The second one is establish boundaries. And I feel like once you've done those 2, the third one will be relevant, which is experience peace and calm. It's interesting because the person I feel that's interested in you has sort of got the barriers up. I feel like it's almost like if you met each other in the middle, you'd have a perfect sort of sense of boundaries, is what I feel. I feel that you kind of, it's almost like you're someone who can set your boundaries on a professional level, but in relationships, not so much. It's like you can, so you're capable of being really good at it, but you don't always do it. So I feel like you need to do that with establishing boundaries. So part of that is sort of like not revealing that much about yourself early on. And part of it's almost like making sure that you have your time early on. So rather than sort of accommodating a new partner, let them know, sort of like just say, I'll like establish boundaries on when you're going to catch up with them. So I feel like that's sort of an energetically and time thing. But I feel like once you do that, you'll let love in. And I feel like then this will come into play, the experience peace and calm. So, yeah, I hope that makes sense to you. It's a little unusual that I feel that you do normally set boundaries, but you don't when it comes to matters of the heart. So it's like matters of the head you do, but matters of the heart you don't. And that's, I don't feel like you're being taken advantage of, but it's more about protecting your own energy and having time to yourself to sort of do your own thing. Because whatever you do, I don't know whether you meditate or you manifest or there's a spiritual sort of take on sort of what you do in your private time. And I feel like you need to continue doing that, and that will help let love in. So I hope that makes sense, Robin. So I feel like with this person already in your energy, by doing that, you're going to help that connection. But if it's not with this person, then that's fine, because it'll be manifesting for the next relationship, is what I feel. So I hope that makes sense. Hi, Alice. Thanks for watching. Welcome. Okay, so Joan has asked point taking. That's okay. I can't remember what the point was, but thank you. Where do I teach? So I teach one-on-one. I've got one face-to-face student in Sydney. The others I teach online. So I use WhatsApp and talk. So I can use WhatsApp, Messenger, or Skype. So we can do a face-to-face sort of thing. And it's basically I do individual teaching. I at one stage will do sort of like workshops and that sort of. I do workshops when I go to psychic fairs and that sort of thing. But I like to do one-on-one, Joan, because it's very sort of individual with where people are at. And I get a sense of what people's strengths are, and I like to expose them to different modalities that they perhaps wouldn't have thought of. But I also sort of get, I do it. I've obviously read a lot about spirituality and done workshops and things myself and taught myself. But I do like to do it more intuitively. So I look at what, so I get my guides to help me with what, with like future tasks and that sort of thing. So I teach basically like this, like a face-to-face on WhatsApp or something like that, unless you're based in Sydney, Joan. But my website is www.rhondasreadings. My email address is psychicmediumrhonda@outlook.com. You're obviously watching on Facebook, so my Facebook group's Rhonda's Readings and Rocks. I've actually got my contact details on that if you want to find me or speak to me. And my email address is psychicmediumrhonda@outlook.com. So, yeah, so you'll have to contact me directly, and I can talk to you about the different teaching options. Yeah, but yeah, you've got. Yeah, I feel like you can see auras as well, Joan. I'm sort of. It's interesting. I'm kind of seeing colours around myself, and I don't normally see that. I've got a really cool ability to be able to pick up on other people's abilities. So that's why I teach intuitively. So, for example, I went to the Starlight Festival in Byron Bay about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I did readings, and I do psychic readings. I hear, I see, I smell, I feel, I taste. So all the clairs. And with the lady that I was reading, I just was picking up all these past life things of what had happened to her. And I thought, oh, that's really strange. I don't normally pick up on past life things. And she was actually a past life hypnotist. So that's an example of how I pick up on. So whatever sense you're prominent in or more naturally more confident in, I find that I can then that ability in me becomes heightened. So I hope that makes sense. So just tuning into your energy, Joan, I could see my own aura in my reflection, which is pretty cool because I don't normally see it. It just means that I can do it. Yeah, so that's how I work. I hope that answers your questions. So I teach in Sydney or face-to-face through some sort of medium like this. Okay, so I know that Friday nights, so I do these lives, by the way, on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock Sydney time, and Fridays at 4 o'clock, which is this one. I know that Fridays aren't as popular because people are still at work and that sort of thing, so it's gone a little bit quiet, but that's okay. Oh, and you've probably noticed my post as well. I've asked, I'm designing a social experiment, and I've asked if anyone would like a psychic or mediumship reading, or if anyone would like to give a psychic or mediumship reading. So I don't know if you know much about me. My first degree was in science, so I've got a bit of a scientific mind, so it's different from my psychic mind. This is more intuitive. Science is more mathematical and logical. What I thought of doing is combining the two. So, for example, I used to manage labs, and I used to look at staff performance, and I used to sort of quantify that. I used to do quality control. I do concordant. It's called concordant studies. So you'd look at, say, the same piece of work, and you get different staff to analyze that piece of work, and then you'd look at the statistics, so how closely they were analysed to the other staff member. And it was great because you know, obviously like to see, you know, you obviously like to see good results, but it was also interesting. It was also interesting seeing sort of like if there are any shortfalls or anything like that. And it wasn't used as a critical tool. It was used as a teaching tool, so you could get everyone up to speed. So that's what I did as a scientist, as a lab manager. I used to look at quality and consistency between different people. So my reason for doing the Facebook post was to try to do this in a psychic setting. So what I'd like to do is just look at different readers doing psychic and see how similar we are. And it's one of those things, everyone has different abilities and that sort of thing. So it's not, it'll be completely anonymous as well. Everyone can, whoever's volunteered can withdraw their consent at any time. It's not going to be identifying anyone. But I thought that would be a really cool way of seeing how different psychics read and seeing if there's any trends or correlations as to what we would naturally pick up similar. So I hope that makes sense. So that's what I'm planning to do with the social experiment that I posted out on Facebook. So let me know how that sort of sounds to everyone. So what I've started doing is compiling a survey monkey. So it's basically, I'll just share the link and people can do that in their own time. So because I'll also be doing readings, but I will also be doing blind readings. So I don't actually want to see what people have written. I want to actually do them the same way that everyone else does them to make sure. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know. Just comment below on YouTube or comment below on Facebook. And that's basically what I'm doing for the social experiment I talked about. All right, now I did get a private message which I just had a quick glimpse at, something about the Bathurst. So I'm not actually sure when I'm going to Bathurst next. I was planning on going the 29th of March, but there's actually another event on that date. So I may not be able to go on that date, but I'm looking at doing something else. But if you wanted to contact me directly, or you obviously have you sent me the message, yeah, so I'll reply to that message after I finish my live. All right, so there's no more YouTube questions. I believe we've got a couple of new people watching, so feel free to ask for any psychic readings or anything. Hi, Linda, thanks for watching. So Linda, feel free to ask any psychic questions if you would like. I'm looking at YouTube and Facebook. Yes, I am, Linda. Yeah, so you can ask. All right, so Alice has asked for a reading on Facebook. So Alice, I'm just going to pick out a card for you. You have a beautiful smile, by the way. It's a tiny little picture I can see from your Facebook picture, but you have beautiful teeth. You should advertise for Colgate or something like that. Yeah, and you're very expressive in your eyes. I don't know whether you've got an ability to sort of act. I feel like you've got sort of an ability, Alice, to sort of like play the game. I feel like you're quite an honest person and you've got strong morals and integrity. Oh, interesting, the cards I picked out. I was only going to pick out one and I picked out three. I do feel like there's an issue with a male around you. And what I'm picking up around this male are indecision and laziness. And it doesn't actually feel like a young male. It feels like someone who knows better. So whoever it feels like he's younger than you, or if he's not younger than you, he's certainly acting immature. He's acting young for his age. So I feel like you're sort of trying to almost like teach this guy life skills and help him along the way. So the other card I picked for that was patience. I feel like you're quite creative in the way that you've almost got a yeah. So the energy I feel from you is that you could sort of act like you could sort of play the game and keep your patience and keep your cool while you're finding out information. I feel like you need to do that in helping this guy in getting through to him. There's a bit of frustration in getting through to him. You've even got a bit of a like, I don't know whether you have any legal training or police training. I feel like you have an ability to find out information in a creative way. So I feel like you're not sort of drawing on your different skills to be able to help this guy and get through to him. So I hope that makes sense. It's just sort of be patient and be sort of creative in getting through to him. And I feel like that is going to take away the frustration from you. So it's going to be, it's sort of going to be a weight off your mind in doing that. So I hope that helps, Alice. All right. Hi, Kim. Thanks for watching. Mandy, I'll come back to your question. I'm just going to head back to YouTube. So Linda has asked, hi, Linda. Yeah, I am on Facebook. My Facebook group is Rhonda's Readings and Rocks. My full name is Rhonda Kelly. That's my profile. Obviously, you're on my YouTube channel, Rhonda's Readings. My website is www.rhondasreadings.com. My email address is psychicmediumrhonda@outlook.com. So you can, I'm just doing quick sort of 2-minute readings here on my live. I do my lives Tuesday at 4 o'clock and, Tuesday at 7 o'clock and Friday at 4 o'clock. Yeah, you can ask a question, Jade. So Linda has asked, what's Pisces' intention towards you? I feel like Pisces is hot and cold. I feel like the intention changes like the weather. My head hurts tuning into that question. Like I honestly feel like I couldn't tell you what the intention is because the intention changes. It's, yeah, a bit of a strange one, a bit of a complicated sort of character. Another sort of acting sort of energy is what I'm feeling. And Jada has asked, who's coming towards you in love? Yeah, Lynn, he changes a lot, 100%. He's just, and I don't feel like it's any cruel intention towards you. I just think he just is like that to everyone. And then he gets pissed off because of the way people receive him. Yet he is hot or cold with people. So he can't sort of keep doing the same thing with people and expect a different outcome. So yeah, you've got to I'm not getting clarity as to being able to change him or fix that. I think that's just his journey and he's got to sort that out. I don't think anyone can sort it out for him. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that validation, Linda. So yeah, I feel just keep your distance. It's not worth pursuing a relationship if you feel that's his relationship material. I think he'd be very passionate, but you'd have fun with him. But I don't feel that there'd be a strong emotional or intimate sort of connection with him or with anyone for that matter, with him with anyone else. Jada, I'm not picking up any clarity about anyone coming towards you in love. I feel like you're sort of it's almost like your emotion. If you imagine like a sinusoidal wave or something, like your emotions are sort of crest and trough. Like you've got to sort of regulate your emotions a bit more, I feel. And I feel part of that is sort of a decluttering of people around you that are wasting your time and that sort of thing. So I feel like you need to really love yourself and just sort of sort yourself out emotionally, I feel. Because I feel like if Mr. Right was to come your way, you'd not sort of be receptive of it. So it's kind of just have a think about your sort of emotions. I feel like it's not a good time for you in terms of love. All right, so thank you, Jada and Linda. You agree with me. Thanks, Jada. But yeah, honestly, give yourself a pat on the back. You're extraordinary. Just don't be so hard on yourself. I feel like you're a beautiful person. People would like to be around you. You're a friend that people would like to hug and that sort of thing. So just don't be so hard on yourself and really, really sort of really love yourself and really just be kind to yourself. is what I feel. All right, thanks for that question, Jada. Okay, thanks for that, Alice. I hope that made sense to you. It was a little strange. It didn't make sense to me, but I just tell you what I get. Hi, Kim. Thanks for watching. Okay, Mandy. So coming back to you, back to Facebook. Mandy has asked anything for your daughter. When will she settle down? Please, she's 30 years old and has moved overseas. Yeah, that's fine. I can actually see a lot more travel. A lot more travel for you, for your daughter, Mandy. And I actually think it'll be a nice journey for you to go and visit her. I actually feel like being overseas is a good thing for her. You know, I wouldn't sort of stress about it. I don't feel that she's ready to settle down. You know, I got married when I was, how old was I? I was 42 when I got married. You know, I met my husband when I was 39, and before that I was engaged and I was with him probably about 4 years or something, and he was definitely not the right one for me. So you want her to be with the right person, and you want her to be happy and not settle for the wrong person. So try not to pressure her about that. I feel like she's been quite badly hurt on a relationship sense, and I'm picking up my ex's energy in that I don't know whether her ex had children, and it was kind of like didn't completely commit to him, but then when she did, he cheated on her, or that sort of thing. It's like she really gave something a lot of thought and a lot of effort, and then committed, and then it didn't work out. So I actually feel like she's really quite sort of hurt from a previous relationship, Mandy. So I feel like she needs to get over that in her own time, and I feel like traveling is a kind of therapy for that. And you know, travel was an amazing therapy for me. I grew up in a family that was, to put it bluntly, was completely shit. It's just a lot of substance abuse issues, domestic violence. I had a psychic reading in my sort of late 20s, and the psychic it was actually a reading that changed my life. It was a psychic that said to me, "You've never felt loved," and I burst into tears. And that was a really unusual thing for me to do. I was like, "What the hell?" And it was completely true. There were so many issues in my family that I never felt loved. You know, so it's not. It's kind of like, you know, and that sort of really made me think about my relationships with my relationship with myself and relationships with other people. So I feel like I don't feel like that's the issue with your daughter. I feel like she's had amazing parental support, and you would actually, you know, go to events with her and support her and that sort of thing. Like, none of my parents went to any university graduations or anything like that. Like, I never had that, and I think, wow, I've actually achieved it a lot in my life without parental support. So I don't feel like that's the case with your daughter. I feel like you are very supportive of her. I just feel like she needs to sort of like she's going through a period where she's really learning to love herself and support herself. So I feel like don't rush her, because the last thing you want to do is to push her towards settling for someone that's not right for her. Yeah, 100%, Mandy, and I totally respect that. So she's travelled a lot. You'd like her to meet a nice man, and I'm sure she would too. I just feel like she's in a place of learning to love herself. And you know, the fact that she has parental support, that's beautiful. She's got a lot more than I had, but I feel like she's having a lot of self-growth at the moment, and it's time for her. And I actually feel like she wouldn't tell you, if she was in a relationship, she wouldn't tell you at first, because she feels like there might be pressure from you. So it'll be kind of like when she meets someone, she'll sort of try to get you to meet and maybe do an activity where you're not talking much or something like that, or introduce you as a friend, or introduce him with a group of friends. So I feel like she'll be creative sort of in doing that. Yeah, so I honestly don't. She's very happy in Vancouver. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, well, she's probably, Canadian men are pretty hot, so she could meet someone over there. Well, it's very cold climate, so they've got to be hot, I guess. Yeah, I have a really positive feeling about the work she's doing on herself and the place she's at the moment. Yeah, is what I feel. There's also a bit of a Japan connection with her. I don't know whether she's planning a trip to Japan, or maybe you could meet her halfway, meet her in Japan, and travel around from that. So I feel like traveling, it'll be nice for you to travel together, even if it's only, like a week or so. I feel like that would be a really nice. It's almost like seeing her mum in a sort of fun light. I feel like would be really good for both of you. Yeah, is what I'm feeling. But honestly, don't stress. If she's 30, I get I get the reasons why you want her to settle down. But honestly, I met my husband when I was 39. He's the love of my life. So, I have settled for anyone less than that, I wouldn't have done that. Oh, someone's just sent me an angry face. So on Facebook. So I don't know what I said to make someone angry. Yeah, beautiful. August. Yeah. Yeah, that would be wonderful. And yeah, Jenny, you can ask for a reading. Yeah, I am drawn to Japan. I don't know what that means to you or means to her. I think that'd be really cool to sort of meet halfway. Yeah, because it's kind of like Vancouver is sort of her work living place. So sort of let her feel like it was a holiday as well. Is feeling. Well, sorry, that's, I believe, all the questions on Facebook. If I've missed anyone, please let me know. So Jenny on YouTube has asked if she would like a reading. Well, everyone's very polite on YouTube. People are asking if they can ask for a reading. So, so Jenny would like to know if things will get better with your husband. Well, not straight away, Jenny. I feel there's been conflict around money with him, and sort of trusting him around money. It's like and there's miscommunications around money. There's a bit of ego with him as well. It's like you have to. Yeah, I feel like you need to really have a heart to heart. Yeah, I'm getting that you've really been fighting a lot. I'm just told that money is the thing, and there's been some the feeling I'm also feeling is like there's been he feels let down, and I'm feeling like there was some sort of like work function that you were late to or couldn't go to. I feel like his ego has been like his ego's been compromised, or he feels like he's been let down by you. So there's two issues. I feel like whatever that, and I'm drawn to August. So I don't know what happened in August, whether there was a work function that you were going to go to and didn't go to, or were late to, or something like that. And I also feel like there's ego stuff around money. I do feel like you need to just be a bit direct. I mean, and it's interesting saying you're having to watch what you say. What you could do is even, that when you go to workplaces and it's normally they're done by the person who communicates the worst. They'll suggest that there's a suggestion box or something. But I feel like you could do something like that and say, would you feel comfortable writing down your feelings to me? Okay, you're saying the mother of his child is a witch and she does spells. So if you're drained, if that's the case, then you can manifest to clear that energy, or even, send her, imagine white light coming from your heart to her heart, and imagine getting a giant pair of scissors and cutting that cord. So sort of blocking that energy or protecting yourself. So you can try to do that way. But I do feel like there's those two issues with your husband, and you need to work on work on clearing that or communicating more clearly about that. You feel like quitting sometimes. I don't know what that means, Jenny. I mean, obviously, if there's, obviously, I'm not a therapist or anything like that. I'm just a psychic tuning into your energy. So if you need help, you can go to GP or go to and divorcing. Yeah, I mean, it would probably not a bad idea just to speak to your GP about being able to talk to someone about that. I'm just telling you what I'm picking up energetically. I do feel like it's going to take a little work to do that, and maybe talk to someone about how to communicate with him, so that you don't feel like you're sort of constantly having to watch what you say, because I feel like that's what you need to do. You need to do that communication. All right, so thank you for that, Jenny. I'll leave it at that. I've got some new viewers. Hi, Liam. Hi, Lenny, watching on Facebook. Okay. Oh, Mandy, thanks for that. Your son is going to Japan, planning a trip. So maybe the three of you could go. I think that would be quite nice, actually. Thanks for that, Jenny. Yeah, that would be quite nice. Find out if your son is going sort of mid-year or August, September kind of thing. So Kim has apologised for accidentally leaning on something. I haven't noticed, Kim, so there's no need to apologise to me. Thanks for that, Mandy. Lenny has said, hi, lovely Rhonda. Well, hi, lovely Lenny. You get stupid, angry faces all the time in your live streams. Ignore them. Okay, I won't read out the rest, but thank you. I don't know whether I made someone angry, but it was only the one angry face. But then after I mentioned that, I got lots of love hearts. So thank you so much for all the love hearts. It's beautiful. Thank you. If only I could be paid $1 per love heart. Wouldn't that be cool? Hi, Liam. Hi, Lenny. If anything pops up for you, Kim, you'd love a reading. Nothing's popping up. Have you just eaten something spicy, Kim? Suddenly my mouth went really dry, and I felt like I just had eaten like something with unexpectedly chili or like a hot, salty taste. So if anyone around you wants to cook something interesting or feels like when you smell it, it will burn your nostrils, and when you eat it, of course, it's going to burn your throat and just really suck out the fluid from your throat. So just be careful about anyone cooking anything interesting or trying interesting foods, Kim. Do let me know if you like hot foods, but I feel like even if you do, it'll be too hot for you. I don't know what you think you missed, Liam, but feel free to watch it again. So you'd like a... Okay, thanks for that, Lenny. I won't repeat what you've said, but thank you. Everyone's been really polite. Even on YouTube, people are asking if they can ask a question before they ask it, which is really sweet. Okay, so Liam has asked for a general reading. Have you just painted your bedroom, Liam? Why am I being told about different colours? I feel like your taste in colours is changing, and I feel like that's a creative thing with your music and with your singing. It's like you, it's like you're sort of. And do you play the guitar as well? I can see you singing and playing guitar in your bedroom, like Billie Eilish does. But I feel like there's going to be a change to your wall or the colours or something to help your creativity flow. And that's obviously more important for your songwriting too. But there's something about a change. Or I just got told someone's going to give you something to hang up in your room. So there's something that has sort of a dual meaning. It's sort of to inspire creativity. And it's from someone who you respect and admire, someone who's knows sort of that you're in that sort of transition phase and you're sort of awakening your creativity. So I feel like that's going to help. But there's certainly going to be a physical change in the space around you, Liam, is what I'm picking up. a man around you, Liam, I feel like, or do you get mouth ulcers? I haven't had a mouth ulcer in about 10 years, thank God. But I just felt like on my lower gums, I just had mouth ulcers, and you know that it's just that pain that, yeah, it's an awful feeling. I just felt like I had that, and I felt a male energy around you. So, whoever that is needs to actually get that investigated, like get them to, like take a sample and see why it is, like actually cause, because there's some infection or something off with why he's getting so many mouth ulcers. So he needs to get some medical advice and some clarity on that and follow that medical advice. All right, so I think I've answered the questions on Facebook. Let me know if I haven't, because I've obviously missed it. I've been sort of scrolling down as I've been going, so that's why I'm looking down so much from reading the text. And I likewise on YouTube, I believe I've answered all the questions. But if I haven't, please let me know. Okay. So with these live readings, hi Kerry, thanks for watching your first time. So my name's Rhonda Kelly. I am a psychic medium from Australia. Also, by the way, if you can let me know where you're coming from, where you live. So Facebook I kind of know, but if you could let me know where you live, and on YouTube if you could comment and let me know where you live, that'd be pretty cool to let me know. My name's Rhonda. I am a psychic medium from Australia. I tour around Australia, and last year I went to Malaysia and New Zealand, so I can call myself international clairvoyant now. My website is rhondasreadings.com. You're from Kentucky, USA. Welcome. So on my website's rhondasreadings.com. I do live readings on Facebook. My Facebook group is Rhonda's Readings and Rocks, and on YouTube. So my YouTube channel is Rhonda's Readings. So feel free to subscribe and like and comment and the rest of it. My email address is psychicmediumrhonda@outlook.com. I basically do. Oh, hi Sandy, welcome. So I'm just explaining who I am and what I do. What was I going to say? So basically, I'm tuning into your energy to do psychic readings. So I'm also on Psychic TV in Australia. So whether it's looking at a live like this, I can only see your name, I can't see your face, or whether I'm looking at a camera in a TV studio, or whether I'm face-to-face doing a reading or doing a reading on the phone, I basically tune into your energy, Sandy and Kerry. Hi, Champagne. So that's all I'm doing. I'm tuning into your energy. I'm clairvoyant, so I see clearly. I'm clairaudient, so I hear. Washington State, thanks, Champagne. So I also have clairolfaction, so I can smell. Clairgustance, so I can taste. Clairsentient, so I feel. Also claircognizance, so I have a clear knowing. I've been psychic I was psychic as a child. Unfortunately, it wasn't encouraged, so I kind of stopped doing it. Obviously, as a child, my delivery was pretty crap. I used to tell mum when people were going to die or that sort of thing, or so kind of freaked people out a bit. But then I started doing this about 10 years ago, doing sort of psychic readings. All right. Oh, thank you, Sandy. So you heard about me from Kimbo. Oh, thanks for letting me know where you're based. Oh, thank you, Liam, for the validation, saying I was spot on. So I hope the mouth ulcers went with you, Liam, because that's pretty awful feeling. But whoever it is, whether it's you or someone else, you need to actually get it. It's like, if you've got an infection or something, get the doctor to like take a sample of it or something and find out exactly what bacteria, what's actually causing it, and then treat that. I feel like that's the way of getting past that. And obviously I'm not a doctor, I'm medically intuitive, so I pick up on things medically. By no means does a psychic reading replace expert advice. So if you've got a legal matter, go to your lawyer. So if there's money troubles, go to a financial advisor. If there's medical issues or medical things I've picked up intuitively, then go to your GP, seek medical advice about that. So I don't think there's any more Facebook questions. So Champagne has asked, Kerry, feel free to ask a question as well. So your mum was psychic as well, Jane. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for that. Champagne has asked if I would like, I would love to see you do you see my ex-angel trying to return soon? Champagne. I feel like with Angel, things are complicated. I just feel like things are really. I'm literally tuning into. Yeah, I just feel like, honestly, God, my head hurts. I just feel like my head's about to explode. I've got so much going on. So I feel they need some time and space at the moment. I feel like you can help them to help themselves by sort of putting out that positive manifestation. Send out love, and it feels like you're still communicating by text messages. So send out positive affirmations. Even imagine, white light going from your heart to their heart, sort of sending them with love and healing. I don't feel like the relationship is completely over. It's just really bad timing at the moment. They've just got to sort things out, and I'm feeling like the sort of conflict, sort of like internal conflict about decisions made, and the sort of family pressure there in decisions that have been made is what I'm feeling. So I really feel like you need to give them time and space, but you can send out that love and support. But I feel like there is possibly a resumption of the relationship. It's just really bad timing at the moment. Okay, so Parramatta. I used to live in Parramatta, Sandy. I'm in Northern Beaches now. Actually, I went to Parramatta today, and what is it, about 20-something kilometres away, and it was in Sydney. I'm from Sydney in Australia. There's a lot of rain and flooding today, and it took me 2.5 hours to drive from Northern Beaches to Parramatta, which was really, really crap. So I literally only just got home in time to be able to do this live feed. So I've had a couple more questions on YouTube. So Kerry has asked to connect with your mum. She passed away in 2006. Sorry to hear you lost, Kerry. That's quite recent. I don't know whether there are kidney problems. What I feel is there were sort of a kidney lower back issues, and I also feel like upper back issues. Like she was sort of hunched. If it wasn't hunched over in a physical sense, it felt like she had the weight, like the weight of the world on her shoulders and upper back. I felt like she was really the maternal figure, like would help, like make someone a drink or a cup of tea or something, and they'd talk about the problems and then they'd feel better. So she had a beautiful healing energy about her. And I feel like you've got that too, but you're more not closed, but you're sort of more selective about who you give that to. But I feel like your mum was able to give that unconditionally to people. That's what I'm feeling, Kerry. And I'm also feeling esophageal problems with her. That's interesting, Kerry, because I felt like, really like sort of hunched over. So there's something. Was there like a crushing injury, like a chest crushing injury with her? I don't know if that's a yes confirmation of that. If there wasn't, I'm really feeling quite heavy in the chest, like my chest actually hurts. Is what I'm feeling, and I also feel like she lost the ability to speak. She like her words are a bit more slurred, and it doesn't actually feel like it's almost like it's almost like her death wasn't a surprise, but it actually was. It's kind of, and I actually feel like you've got that psychic connection with your mum, Kerry. So it's like you predicted it. in some way. She had open chest surgery and heart surgery, and she didn't make through the heart surgery. Okay, thank you. I've just got goosebumps. Yeah, so thank you for that, because I couldn't explain the feeling. It felt like, I couldn't explain the feeling I felt in my chest, like there was a crushing, because I actually feel like I don't feel like there was any medical negligence or anything like that. I actually feel like the people who operated on her were experts and did, like, if they couldn't save her, no one else could. I actually feel like she was in a coma for about 3 months before you let her go. Yeah. So that's why she couldn't. I had that feeling like she couldn't speak. Yeah, just felt like I couldn't speak. So just waving to my husband, who just walked in the door. Yeah, and it's interesting because I feel like her blood vessels were too narrow, or that sort of thing. Like they were trying to sort of open up to get that get the blood flow going through. But I feel like what they had to do, it was like there was, when they were actually operating, it was actually too much pressure inside her chest. I just feel like there was too much pressure. And I feel like she wasn't in pain, but what I feel like, Kerry, is when she left, she was able to look. And it's like she looked down on her chest and thought, oh, my God, look at all that equipment. Like sort of not realising they had to use so much equipment is what I'm feeling with her. Yeah, and she's actually happy that you let her go. It's like you could have done it sooner, but you sort of had to emotionally do that. And I'm feeling that there was a male around that didn't want to let go. I don't know whether that's your father or a father-like figure. It might be like a sibling, like a brother that feels like he's the father sort of figure, or the not the dictator, like the authoritarian person in the family. Her boyfriend of 13 years. Does he have quite a strong, dominant sort of energy? Because she's telling me that if he wasn't there, you would have let her go sooner. Yeah, that's what she's telling me. Do you run your own business, Kerry? She's really proud of what you're doing for the business side of things, and she's saying you can fine tune that. You can sort of. She's showing that there's a choice of 2 things you can do. There's a couple of changes coming up in the business side of things, and what I feel like the one that you're not doing, or you're doing the least, you're. It's almost like you've doubted yourself, or you've not sort of completely supported yourself in doing that. So I do actually feel like your mum's going to help guide you and push you in that direction to be able to do that, because you would be amazing at it. So just sort of look at manifesting that and putting that out there. So I hope that helps, Kerry. And thank you for explaining what that was with the pressure in the chest, because I didn't sort of get it. And I actually feel like when they did that, there was damage to the esophagus. It wasn't just her heart. It was sort of further up. So I actually feel like had she have survived, it's like the damage was just too extensive than they realised. So no matter who did the operation, they wouldn't have been able to save it. It was her time. I feel like the esophagus sort of issue, had she have survived the heart surgery, they also told us she went brain dead. Yeah. And that's obviously, I understand what you're saying, but I feel like once she passed over, she could see clearly. So she's not brain dead on the other side, is what I'm feeling. I was going to say something else. Yeah, sorry. So had she have survived the heart surgery, I feel like whatever damage there was to the esophagus, so sort of going from the heart up, so the lower part of the esophagus, I feel like the damage to the esophagus would have severely impacted her quality of life. So had she have survived that heart surgery, she wouldn't have been able to eat, and it would have caused all sorts of things. So it's actually for the best that she moved on. I know that doesn't really help, and she's your mum and you love her, and the healing energy from her was absolutely amazing. She was an amazing woman. So what she's saying, you should write her a book. You could do a write a book about her, or to even keep it as like a little picture book, sort of about her. I think that would be really cool. Don't know whether you are involved in editing or that sort of thing. Yeah, had to get her legs cut off. Yeah, but she's telling me that the esophagus problems would have impacted. I know that sounds stupid because not having legs would impact your life, but the esophageal problems would have impacted her life much worse, is what she's telling me. So she's actually happy that she lived the life she had up until the point she had. She's happy she's not, incapacitated in a living. She'd rather be over there and being able to look at you. And she still talks to you as well. She's were you one of those kids that she used to sort of like do that too? She's showing me that, like when you were a little girl, you used to sleep and she'd sort of do that with her. I don't know whether there's anyone that you can ask. Is there an auntie or something? Yeah, she used to do that. She's showing me that. And she's saying she still does that to you when you're in bed. She sort of, and even if you're stressed at work and that sort of thing, she'll do that to sort of calm you down. But yeah, she does that. It's beautiful. So she's with you all the time, and she can still touch you and give you a cuddle, and and you actually feel that sort of, you feel that love, and you'll feel that sort of like, those goosebumps, tingles sort of thing. It's almost like an electricity feeling you can feel when she's around. So thank you for that, Kerry. All right, so just going back to YouTube, Kim's saying you're on the phone. That's okay. You can watch back and listen to the reading I gave you. All right, so I might call it a night because I've been going for about an hour and 20 minutes or so. Yeah, so my name's Rhonda Kelly. My website's rhondasreadings.com. My email is psychicmediumrhonda@outlook.com. My Facebook group is Rhonda's Readings and Rocks. Contact me if you'd like a more in-depth reading. I'm based in Sydney, Australia, but I'm happy to do readings overseas. I can do readings like this, like on WhatsApp or Skype or Facebook Messenger or anything like that. I also do email readings. With my email readings, I incorporate a bit of numerology. That can be about yourself or someone else. I can also read photos. So, for example, Kerry with Mediumship, if you want to send me a photo of your mum, I could read that. So I'm a psychic and a medium. The psychic readings look at past, present, future. The mediumship is obviously connecting with the other side. I don't need to use tools, but if you want me to use tools, I have oracle cards. I've also got some little puppy dogs cards. Yeah, that's fine, Blue Angel. Maybe next time, or you can contact me privately if you want a reading. Sandy, so basically I charge $40 per 10 minutes to have a reading. And my email readings, I charge $50 for one psychic question, or $75 for 2 psychic questions. So that's doing psychic readings, looking at past, present, future, or mediumship, connecting with the other side. It's just tuning into your energy. That's what I'm doing. I do these lives every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Friday at 4 p.m. I do sometimes have special guests. So last Tuesday night I had a face reader. For someone that doesn't do psychic reading, she actually reads the features on your face. So I'll do another one with her, and there's a couple other people. So comment below on Facebook or YouTube if there's any particular modality you want me to do, or anyone you'd like to join with my readings. On YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Rhonda's Readings. Please like the video. If you haven't liked it, just move on. Don't click the dislike. And please comment below. Let me know where you're watching from for Facebook and YouTube, because I'm always interested to know. Alrighty, so I'll call it a night. So thank you so much for watching to Facebook and to YouTube. Thanks, guys. Bye. Bye. Thanks for watching, guys.